What up?
Oh, we're just partying over here. 8:52, late as always.
Yeah,
You
never
ain't
ends.
you ain't late. You ain't trying. What's the you ain't
Uh,
if you ain't first, you're last. Uh, yeah. So I guess
yes,
we're last. Uh,
yes.
well, if you're again, we're getting better at this. You're listening on Spotify. This voice you hear is it's James, and the other sexy voice would be Joe.
What's up?
Yeah, that's Joe. He's beautiful. The light is
Nice.
really his shirt is really making his eyes pop blue. We're actually both wearing blue shirts. Kind of felt like wearing my Barry Sanders jersey today. I got my Lions hat on now. Some stuff went down, Joe. First
Yeah.
off, first off though, how was your week? Anything exciting happen?
Shaylee's birthday. That's all I really know.
Oh, okay. Well, I went to North Carolina over the weekend. It was drive.
Yeah, I saw you hanging out with the brother.
Yeah, it was drive. Um, I still think I'm pretty tired from it though. It's only an 8-hour drive. Like that's like what I work 8-hour shifts, and I don't know. I guess when you drive and stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning and drink and play pool, you're gonna be tired.
Probably, probably.
But I also did something I haven't done in 2 years.
Which is
This is a video portion only, so if you're not on the YouTube, you don't get to see this. Wild, right?
totally. I can't see because you're frozen on my screen here. But whoa,
There we go.
whoa.
There we go.
Oh God, he went all out.
Joe's got that Walmart Wi-Fi right now. I even
It,
pulled out this sucker, the big boy.
a big boy.
I'm gonna hold it up until you catch up.
Oh, I already saw it.
All right. Now that I showed Joe my big boy. So I mean, it's only fitting that we literally have a segment called Blindside that we start the show off with the blind side. But literally,
Yeah,
but literally, it's
yeah.
but literally. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this, but we're gonna dive into it as much as we can and kind of get our feelings on it. So Michael Orr uh, says that he was conned by the. I apologize if I butcher the name the Tui family.
I don't remember. I'd have to watch it again in order to find out.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's Tui. But Michael Orr is the movie The Blind Side was based off of his life story, and he was just a young boy, 18, got adopted allegedly. I guess that would fit this story now. And then
Yep.
now here we are, 20 years later. He's saying he was never adopted. He was conned into signing a conservatorship, and then that they kept funds from the Blind Side movie from him for themselves.
It's such a
Now, I just want to throw it out there. The Blind Side was a great movie. Even if you like
yeah,
ignore the part that it's based on a true story, it was a great movie.
yeah. It was, um, but it feels wrong.
It feels dirty now, right?
Yeah,
And
because
apparent. Go ahead.
who's to say that that portrayal is actually anything that actually happened? I don't know. I don't know what I don't know any of it. It was a beautiful movie, but
Hmm.
like if they truly did use that young man, I'm beyond upset.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. But they've come out since his initial. um, accusation and saying that, or no, I'm sorry, their attorneys. I don't want to mess anything up. Their attorney has come out saying that Michael Orr is just trying to shake down $15 million, and that it's not true.
I mean, in retrospect, this is pretty open and shut. It should be easy to prove what actually happened because it's all legal court documents.
Yep.
If he did indeed sign a conservatorship, yeah, yeah. If he's not legally adopted, yeah. I mean, it should be open and shut, and it shouldn't need to go to court. Hopefully, whichever side is incorrect on this isn't doing it out of malintent. Hopefully, I it really sucks because that is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It still can be. It's just a little bit dirty.
Yeah, it feels gross for right now.
Actually, I'm gonna get the wife to watch it and then tell her it was a lie.
Yeah, yeah.
She hasn't seen it yet, so
It feels wrong. God, I really hope they didn't use him. I really hope so.
oh yeah, and if you follow the story too, he also went to their alma mater
Yep.
of Ole Miss. Not like
Yep.
it's. I saw something. I wish I could quote who or where I saw this from, but they basically said that if Michael Orr wasn't what 6'6", 6'7" behemoth, that would they have even adopted him? It's what happens when these stories come out. All the dirty stuff, like it's like all the dirty laundry gets out. Which
yeah.
It's all speculation, and like you said, it should be a very very quick. It shouldn't need court. It probably will go to court. It shouldn't need it, but it should be very quick. We should be able to find out the truth relatively quickly.
I see. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if Michael Orr is the good kid that was portrayed in the movie either. I have no idea. I don't know anything. The movie's clouding my judgment.
This is Joe's Fire Fest of the week. I guess we have to shout out Pardon My Take for that one.
Yeah. As a person who was playing offensive line when this movie came out, it was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, I literally followed Michael Orr with that because I wanted to see how his career progressed. I tried to throw words differently, but yeah, no, it's a good story. I mean, Tim McGraw, Sandra Bullock, like they nailed the roles that they were given.
Yeah.
Like the movie, I still think I'm gonna love the movie. If it's based off of a lie, maybe they'll retroactively put it in there. Like some of the events in the video are not portrayed to be true. Or they just get rid of the based off a true story and say only names are. They'll just remake it. They'll change his name to or something. Let's see. I got nothing. I don't got a funny name right now.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. There we go.
Playing offensive line.
Oh, Frankel Gore.
Yeah, Franklin
Gore. Yeah, I like that. All right. So yeah, that's literally a blindside. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have actual other news. We have two free agent running backs that found a home. in Dalvin Cook and Zeke?
I really like one of them, and I really don't like one of them. Can you guess which one is which?
Didn't we kind of talk about it already?
I don't think so.
See, if I had to guess, I would say you like the Dalvin Cook, you don't like the Zeke. But I personally, I like the Zeke, so I think you would like the Zeke and not the Dalvin Cook.
I love the Zeke signing. I hate the Dalvin Cook signing.
But I guess when I mentioned it to you, we kind of said, yeah, about time type thing. Like we kind of knew that's where it was headed.
Yeah. And I mean, with Rodgers taking the pay cut, the writing was on the wall. It's just I really like Brees's talent, and I don't want any barriers in his ability to become the star that I think he can be. So the Cook signing, I don't love it.
He's also coming off a major injury, so it's like a security blanket as well. I don't, but then don't they still have Michael Carter?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. The Zeke one I love, especially if you look at him like a Jamal Williams last year, the short line goal line guy, get a lot of touchdowns, not a lot of yards.
I mean, you don't even have to go that far. Just look at Ramondre Stevenson's running mate last year. What's his name? The guy with the Bills now. I know he's with the Bills now. I'm
drawing a blank, man.
But he was the goal line package guy. That's what Zeke is going to be. Zeke is going to have, 5 carries a game for 10 yards. 10 yards and
Damian Harris.
That's what it is. Yep.
Sorry, I don't know why I was drawing a blank on him.
Well, the name that was popping into my head was Pierce, and I was like, no, that's Texans. Stop it. And I couldn't get anybody else into my mind.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's why I was drawing a blank because it's like, who was it? I knew who it was, but I did look it up. Sorry.
But I think he'll have like 5 carries a game, 10 yards, get a few key third downs, get a touchdown here or there, and I mean it really makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Cook one does not to me. I don't love it. Like, instead of taking that, the Jets could have gone out and signed. I don't know. I don't think Reisner's been signed yet. Sign Dalton Reisner.
What about Kareem Hunt?
I don't want a running back. They don't need a running back.
I agree, but
did
they still have James Robinson? Because they signed him last year.
No, I think Robinson left.
Because I know they signed him last year, or they traded for him.
Yeah.
After B.O.I.S Aug got hurt. Where's Robinson at now?
I don't think he's still there.
Oh, Giants. He's in New York. Geez, we should do that. Like, where's this guy? That's what I should do. Instead of making you guess the players based off of teams, just be like, hey, where's this player right now?
I'd probably do so bad.
That's wild.
But that one with running backs and the issues we've seen this year, this offseason, as to them getting paid and when their prime is and everything, don't misuse Breece Hall's prime. Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't, especially with running backs. You can't.
Don't put a blockade in front of him. Just run him into the ground. Cool. It sucks. It sucks for running backs. But as like GM mind, don't spend money on another running back. You spent a high pick on a running back. Mm-hmm. Use the high pick on the running back and don't spend the money on it.
It works.
It works. It's driving me freaking insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Like there are so many places Dalvin could have gone that I think would have been better suited for him.
Mm-hmm.
A team with questionable tackle talent, no tight end of record, no wide receiver 2 of record, with a old quarterback, probably not ideal.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen him with one of the young guys. Personally, I would have liked to see. Like, I know the Panthers spent money on Miles Sanders. I'd like that more.
Mm-hmm. But they don't. They just had Chuba Hubbard though. So
yeah, but I still would have liked that more.
Yeah.
Like, go with one of the young guys. Don't go with the aging veteran.
I mean,
it drives me insane.
Fair. I got a random question for you though, Joe.
Okay.
So now that Zeke is on the Patriots play the Cowboys. I think it's week 5.
Week 5 is going to be a good one.
Week 4.
Is it week 4? I don't know. I don't know y'all's schedule.
No, I'm just looking at the dates. It's not like the schedule. I think it's week 4. October 1st. That sounds about right. Week 4, October 1st. It's in Dallas. Over or under? Zeke 2 touchdowns.
Under.
I think I might take the over because
Under.
isn't it Belichick that would like he'd be the one who would like have the offense drive down the field, or are you saying because they're not going to score a lot?
I'm saying because they're not. As much as I like to bash the Cowboys have an elite defense.
Yeah.
The Patriots have a lackluster offense.
That's fair.
To get to the over, they will need to be inside the 5 multiple times.
Yep, at least twice.
Well, that doesn't hit the over.
To tie it. Okay, 1.5. I should say 1.5.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
That would hit the over then. I still don't think that's possible. Well, not impossible, but I don't think it's likely.
Yeah.
If the Patriots are to score on the Cowboys, it's probably big plays. It's not a sustained drive. Personal belief.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But week 5 is when the Jets and the Broncos play.
That's going to be. Who knows, Joe? What happens if that week is the week that we're Commanders and Browns fans? I'm currently looking at the Viking schedules to see if they play the Jets, which it does not look like they do. So disregard. Hypothetically, if they did play, over under 1.5 touchdowns for Cook.
Over.
I think I would say that too.
It'd be more that like Rodgers than Cook, in my opinion. Rodgers is the vendetta type.
Rodgers would go like he would be like, all right, Brees, you're not going to play this game. Cook's got this.
Could you imagine, right? If the NFC North was playing the AFC East, right? And Aaron Rodgers goes into Chicago again, but and not as a Packer.
I still own you.
God.
What if he's gonna like? I'm looking at the schedules of the Jets right now. So this year they play the NFC East, which I'm not 100% on the cycle, but I think that would mean that they would play the North next year.
Oh.
So you think Rodgers is the type to Well, also that would be something else because he would have to play the Packers to beat the Packers, and he could be another quarterback who's beaten all 32 teams, which that's a cool group to be a part of.
Yeah.
I think Peyton, Brady, and did Breeze do it? Breeze would have had to beat the Saints when he was on the Chargers.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Favre did it. I think Favre was the first one to do it.
I don't know.
I know Favre beat the Packers on the Vikings. But yeah, no, that'd be wild. So I'm hoping for that. I want to get one more 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers discount double check at.
But it has to be in Chicago.
Yes, and Lambeau.
Yes,
and they can play the Bears.
They can play the Lions and the Vikings at home.
Yes,
take those other two away.
NFL schedule makers, listen to us.
Yes.
Even make the Bears and the Packers the 2 random games. Because you play yeah, make it the 2 random games. I'm down for that. We're all down for that. Everyone, I think, in football America is down for that.
Except Bears fans and Packers fans, maybe.
Well, Bears fans might be down for it, kind of like in the same way that the Cowboys, we wanted to play Tom Brady in the playoffs, just so we could finally beat him.
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
like, and the last team to beat Tom Brady will always be the Cowboys, unless he comes out of retirement in 4 years, which who knows?
It's
We're
Tom
not.
Brady. I'm not putting anything past him.
It's Tom Brady. Some other NFL stuff. I know you sent me a video on TikTok. I had just saw it right before we got on. Tyler B.O.I.S laying out Sam Williams.
Yes, but we need to specify what I said first.
He's your second favorite Cowboy
He's my new second favorite Cowboy.
of all time, or just on this team?
Just on this team.
Okay, and number 1 for the ones who don't know.
Oh, it's CeeDee Lamb, Boomer Sooner, baby.
All right, so B.O.I.S, Sam Williams, and a lineman. I don't remember which number it was. They
54.
That's Sam Williams.
Yeah.
So I don't remember which offensive lineman it was that he was messing with.
I feel like it was 67.
Okay, it might have been. But like he was toying with him, and then B.O.I.S came out and just pancaked the shit out of Sam Williams. And because go ahead.
After Sam Williams threw a haymaker at the helmet.
He turned back around, and I think something was said, which we don't know. Obviously, the video was just someone was filming the practice. But yeah, so he got laid out, and I swear, I realize, being a Cowboys fan, that when something happens with Dallas as opposed to any other team, it gets blown out of proportion. Teams fight every year.
Oh yeah.
Every year.
I mean, I've seen fights about basically every team.
Yeah, but I mean, so what I had saw in just the comments of the video that you sent me. Oh, it's good to see they're getting along. Oh, they're going to be a dumpster fire this year again. They're going to be bad. Like, no, actually, I love this. I love the competitive fire. This is something I haven't seen on a Dallas Cowboys team in a long time, and it started with, what was it, last week when Trayvon Diggs was calling Dak a bum ass bitch or some shit like that. That's like 4 quarters.
I didn't even hear about that, so
you should look that up. So Trayvon Diggs, I think Dak threw a touchdown on Diggs. Diggs got in his face and was like, "You shut up and get back to the huddle," or some shit, like all that shit. And then like this week, Trayvon Diggs picked off Dak on back-to-back passes. Like I love the fire. I love the fire. I love it.
you definitely scrolled farther in the comments than I did, because I just saw some people saying like, "Yo, 63 is not fucking around."
Yeah, it was lineman love for lineman. It was the backup center, as I think is who it was. But I'll pull it up right now. Brock Hoffman. Yep, he's backup center. Holy hell, he's a big boy. 6'4", 302.
Yeah, but I just saw people like being like 63 don't fuck around. And I was just like, I love it.
Yeah.
The comment section was fine.
No, I think what happened was when you sent it to me, it was like a relatively new video, and I saw the later comments. I also could only see Cowboy comments because I'm a Cowboys fan. So it I don't know if it changes the comments to show me more different ones, but it doesn't matter.
I feel like the top comments are still the top comments, but I don't know.
I'm not a doctor. I didn't see the top comments before. It doesn't matter. I just feel like everything gets blown out of proportion in general, because the Dak thing did blow up. I know you didn't hear about it, but yeah.
Didn't hear about it at all.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
I actually defended a Cowboy today on Twitter.
Whoa. Which one?
CD. It was the 25 players under 25. I had a weird take, and I don't necessarily want to repeat it, but
send it.
They had
or drop your Twitter.
in my tweet, basically what I said is I hate to admit this, but they have Creed Humphrey, Josh Jacobs, and CD too damn low, and Justin Herbert too high.
Where did they have Creed Humphrey?
He was like 20 something. And I was like, either, in my comment, I said, either use positional value or don't. If you do, quarterback is 1 through 3. If you don't, Creed Humphrey and Josh Jacobs need to be higher than top 20.
Fair.
Like, Josh Jacobs just led the league in rushing, and to say I think he was like 19th, and Creed Humphrey was like 22nd, and I was like,
who was number one?
Number 1 was JJ. Number 2 was Parsons.
This is just under 25.
Yeah, number 3. No, number 3. I'll pull up my Twitter here. See what the actual list was.
Just a random thing. You know how the NFL at 100 completed?
Yeah.
I know it's voted on by the players. I know that.
Yeah.
But you have to at least somewhat agree. Like, how is Hurts higher than Burrow? Is it just based off last season? Like,
has to be.
Like, because
and I think players value running more than like GMs do, if that makes sense.
That's fair, and he did have a great season. And I would put Hurts at 3 though.
As a middle linebacker, right? Who are you more scared of? Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow?
It's kind of a weird way to word it, but I mean, passing would be Burrow, running would be Hurts.
No, not saying running or passing. Who are you scheming more for?
Hurts.
It's Hurts.
Because he can do the legs too.
Yeah, no. It's Hurts. So as players, I kind of understand it. It doesn't. It's not necessarily a winning recipe for long career or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But like as defenders, it's more complicated dealing with running than with precision passing. The corners, I bet you the corners were saying it's Joe Burrow by a landslide. But compare corners to linebackers, outside linebackers, edges, interior defensive linemen. It's the positions. Like there's so many more players at the other positions than corner. So I get it. Like it's dumb, but I get it.
Yeah, I just think even if we're going based off of last season, like, I don't know. You could make the argument that Burrow and Herbert had better seasons. Did they go as far? No, and I hate that argument.
I don't think Herbert did.
You could make the argument. I don't think he did either, but you can make the argument. You can make the argument for Josh Allen, kind of. Maybe more Josh Allen than Herbert, but
there are many more people I would argue before Herbert having a better season than Hurts.
Well, I'm just like you could make argument for other quarterbacks. Then we'll just say that.
Yeah. But I also think there's a discrepancy as well, because like you won't see Danny Dimes ranked as highly as some, but Danny Dimes is a fantastic runner. But people aren't going to put him above. Like people would struggle to put him above Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins is nowhere near the passer Joe Burrow is.
I wonder where Danny Dimes was was he on the 100?
Probably not. But if you think about it, right, the comparisons there, right? Kirk Cousins is a far better passer. Yeah. Danny Dimes is a far better runner, but nobody's going to go out and say Danny Dimes is a better quarterback. Why?
No, doesn't make sense. But when you say it like that makes it even like, for me, it makes it make less sense. I know Hurts is a dynamic runner, but it makes less sense to rank him higher than Burrow. Unless we're just doing.
I don't disagree.
Not positional value, just athlete.
Yeah. There's another thing. You're speaking of athlete. Did you see Ryan Clark's thing? That's what I've been seeing everywhere.
I did not see Ryan Clark's thing.
Ryan Clark Sad.
I might have seen it because remember you said Spicy Sean and I thought he started an OnlyFans, so I might have seen.
Ryan Clark is wilding out saying George Pickens is more talented than JJ.
Oh, that's just like it's like so Ryan Clark, former Steeler, got to throw
Yeah.
that out there. That's like Claypool saying he's number 3 receiver in the league. Like,
Yeah, but I'm just like, and the things he was saying, I'm like, so is DK Metcalf the number 1 wide receiver? Like, if we're just saying who's the biggest freak. What does that mean?
okay, now I'm looking through this list now, and now I'm very very upset right now.
At the NFL 100?
Yes,
Oh yeah, probably.
they have Trevor Lawrence at 96 and have Tua at 82.
That's gross.
Like this whole I'm debunking this entire list right now.
Yeah.
Geno's at 77.
Yeah.
Lamar 72. I'm just looking for quarterbacks right now. If I see any other crazy things. Yeah, this is great podcasting skills.
All right, but you asked to know where Creed and where Josh Jacobs were, right?
Correct.
Josh Jacobs was at 17 and Creed Humphrey was at 19.
You want to hear the most blasphemous thing I've ever seen ever?
What?
So I don't know how they rank these positions or how they rank because they don't really talk about like is it positional, is it athlete, is it Zach Martin is number 68.
I mean, if you're gonna go with such a low number, you have to give him his jersey number and have to go with 70.
You have to.
Like,
but Jared Goff is 66.
they're saying Jared Goff is a better football player than Zach Martin.
Well, I mean, if you want me to just go through the people above Zach Martin, Amon-Ra St. Brown is right after him. 60. He's at 67. Then Goff.
I would rather have Amon-Ra than Goff too.
Darius Slay.
I don't. Iffy.
Aaron Jones.
No, Zach Martin's way better.
Bobby Wagner.
Debo,
Debo, I won't fight. But Debo's there too.
Okay. The Debo stuff needs to chill out, right? He had one good year.
So did Hurts.
No, but like his one good year wasn't even last year.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, he had one good year and it wasn't even last year. Like, I understand last year bias. I get it. His one good year wasn't even last year. It wasn't.
Yep. No, yeah, I get it. No, I understand. Just to throw out some other people, Trayvon Diggs is at 60, which people thought said he was ranked too high. I think 60 is a pretty good spot for him.
I don't disagree because I would put Amon-Ra above him. I would put Zach Martin above him.
Yeah,
and those guys are both lower.
Yeah, but I'm looking for.
I would put Bobby Wagner above him. I don't know if Bobby was, but
Dak's 56, which is fair. Came back, broken thumb, missed a lot of time, threw the most interceptions. I'm just looking for one that's really gonna trigger me.
Oh, there's gonna be a bunch.
I know. I just got to the 50s. So we can emphasis on the I. Thank you. I was just switching that. I want to see who's the. Oh, Joe. Oh, Patrick Surtain is 49th.
Way too low.
Low or high?
What do you mean?
He's too low, like he's too close to 100, or he's not close enough to.
He's too close to 100.
He needs to be like in the 30s or 20s?
He needs to be in the 20s.
So he's too high then?
Sure.
Cooper Cup, who missed most of last year, is 47th.
That's disrespectful to Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup, when he played last year, was the best wide receiver in football.
Yeah. He had 75 receptions, 812 yards when he got injured in week 9. He fell from the 4th best player last year to 47th.
Yeah, he's still top 15.
That's crazy. I mean, he's top 10.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Top 15.
I mean, we'll have to see how he comes back from his injury.
I go top 15. Top
Jamar
10
Chase
is iffy.
39. Jamar Chase is 39. Khalil Mack is above Jamar Chase.
That's so wrong.
Jason Kelsey's 37. Oh, wow. Christian McCaffrey is 35th, which I don't know if I like.
I'm going to need you to stop because I'm getting more and more mad.
Good. CeeDee Lamb is above Christian McCaffrey.
No, he's fucking not. I love CeeDee Lamb. He is fucking not.
So Saquon Barkley is ahead of Justin Herbert at 32 and 31.
I mean, Saquon Barkley is a better football player than Justin Herbert.
I just wish we knew what's the criteria. Like this is looking at it, Joe, don't look at this list. Because you got Nick Chubb at 29. Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle for the Giants, is above Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is not even the number 1 running back on this list. Derrick Henry at 25. Sauce Gardner at 23. How does that make you feel, Joe? Sauce Gardner is 26 spots higher than Patrick Surtain. How does that make you feel?
He's not even 1 spot above Patrick Surtain.
Austin Eckler is 21st. Oh, we're getting to the nitty gritty. Yeah. I'm just going to look for the most.
Who votes on this? Is it just players?
As far as I know, yes, it's players.
They're fucking retarded.
Aaron Donald is number 11. He didn't even make top 10. Josh Jacobs is number 12. All right, here's your top 10, Joe, just to see how you feel about this. Chris Jones at number 10.
Chris Jones is not better than Aaron Donald.
I think he's on a trajectory, but I agree.
He's not on a trajectory to be better than Aaron Donald.
At current stage of game, not ever.
No, Donald might be on a trajectory to become lower. Chris Jones is not on a trajectory to become better than Aaron Donald. Well, Aaron Donald might be becoming worse. I don't think he is. But Chris Jones is not. No.
So number 9 is Micah.
No. Micah's not better than Aaron Donald either.
Number 8 is Allen.
He's not better than Aaron Donald.
Number 7 is Cheetah.
He's not better than Aaron Donald, and he's not better than Josh Allen.
Number 6 is Joe Burrow.
He's not better than Aaron Donald.
Are you ready for the top 5? I don't think you are, Joe. Here. Number 5, Travis Kelce.
He's not better than Aaron Donald.
Number 4, Nick Bosa.
He's not better than Aaron Donald.
Number 3, Jalen Hurts.
He's not better than Aaron Donald.
Number 2, Justin Jefferson.
He's not better than Aaron Donald.
Number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
He's not better than Aaron Donald. He's just more valuable than Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I don't know what they make their list off of. I really don't. It seems to be all over the place, honestly.
Aaron Donald is the best freaking football player in the league. Where the hell was Myles Garrett?
Oh, God. You want me to go back for that?
If Myles Garrett is not top 10, that list is wrong.
Okay. Well, let's see where Myles Garrett is top 10 if you start the top 10 at number 20.
I need to go to the bathroom.
So, Joe, you know what this makes me think of, which is a good segue. Well, I guess. I feel like because you've been saying you wanted to do one-on-one fantasy against me, but we can't do that because that's not a thing, other than picking a team every single week. Uh, I feel like that's what they did here. Is they just started naming players off the top of their head, and they forgot players existed, and then they went back retroactively, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's throw this guy here, and this guy there, and this guy here," kind of like how we're gonna do this draft.
Where the hell was TJ Watt? What is happening?
I think TJ Watt was in the 30s, but I can look for you.
Oh my god, I want
Yeah, I think TJ Watt was in the 30s or in the 20s. I can totally look for you, Joe.
where the hell
Miles
was Trent Williams?
Trent Williams was like 15, I think.
Trent Williams is top 5.
TJ Watt was 27th. So on next week's show, let's should Trent Williams was 14.
He's top 5.
Right before Devontae Adams at 13. I don't understand the criteria. I don't want to try to understand it. But it's either solely based off of last season, but if it's based off last season, it's got to be just what they remember what teams did. They just got to remember, like, oh well, Hurts had that one really awesome game in the Super Bowl, so that's stuck in their mind, and he put number 3, and they're like, oh well, Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing, so he's number 12. He's the best running back in the league. That's not what makes you the best running back in the league. Is he a top 5 running back? Sure. Is he the best? No. I don't know how I don't know what I don't know what this is based off of.
I'm
but
mad. I'm mad.
Here, before we do our draft, let's get away from football for a second. Let you cool down a little bit. We talk about a little bit of the unrest in the city of brotherly love.
I'm as mad as Harden is.
So you were not flaccid, you were Harden.
Yeah.
So James Harden was at his Adidas event in China, and he decided to, just in front of a bunch of young kids, was like, Daryl Morey is a liar. I will never be a part of an organization that he is a part of. And then said, let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he is part of. Mouthful.
So did he retire then? Because if he didn't retire, then he's the liar.
So true. True. Technically true, but also he could just do the Ben Simmons thing.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still part of the organization.
That's fair. Well, what a liar.
What a fall from grace. Technically, he was never at grace, though, because he was not. Oh, well. I'm going to say some things that might get me in trouble with people.
Throw it out there, Joe. I'll clip this part. Go ahead.
James Harden was never as good as people thought he was.
Oh, so I got you, Joe. Overrated.
Yes. Him and Westbrook both were overrated. And they still are to this day. Russell Westbrook was a freak of nature athletically. Cool. Doesn't make you a good point guard, same as it doesn't make you a good wide receiver in the NFL, right? George Pickens, cool. Right on. James Harden, really great at faking fouls and shooting free throws. Yeah.
And launching up threes from random.
Yeah. Cool. Also, everybody says he like his Euro step, like he made it popular. No, he didn't. That was Manu. It was 100% Manu Ginobili. 100%. If you asked James Harden when he was coming into the league as a sixth man, I'm sure he said it that Manu Ginobili was who he looked up to.
I know technically you totally said you wanted to get rid of 5 seconds of Joe, but this is a good 5 seconds of Joe moment.
No,
It's 100%. Just what really grinds my gears?
James Harden, like, don't get me wrong. I played basketball. I I drew fouls. Sometimes they weren't real fouls. I was pretty good at it. Cool. Did I understand that I was being scummy? Absolutely. Cool.
You step on my feet all the time.
You're damn right I do.
And the armpit poke.
I'm really good at being sneakily cheating. It's fun in basketball. I enjoy it.
It's amazing that you're not a Patriots fan since you like cheating so much.
Listen. But I understand it, but we can't say that he's good because I'm a horrible basketball player.
No, you're not. You're not horrible.
Okay, but I am. I just get away with it because I'm good at what I'm good at. Same as that is why James Harden was good at what he was good at. It's because he was actually not as good as people thought he was. He was just really good at these stupid little things.
And really good at free throw shooting.
Yeah. I too was. I missed one free throw my entire junior year.
Oh, we do.
Like
next week we got to do high school moments reminiscing.
Bruh.
Make you feel old.
That was a decade and a half ago. That was a decade and a half ago.
Do you know what made me feel old?
What's up?
I was today years old when I found out Good Charlotte's The Anthem came out 21 years ago.
You know, that's fine with me because then I was 9. That's fine.
You don't want to be just like you. Want to sing this is the anthem. Throw all your hands
Be
up.
careful. We're on YouTube.
Is that? I'm singing though. It's a cover.
I don't know. But I don't know. James Harden's overrated, and it drives me absolutely insane.
Joe, do you want to move on from James Harden?
He look. I understand. He was told that you can pick up this player exception, and I'll try to trade you. Cool. Sometimes people don't want to offer things that actually is feasible to trade. What do you want him to do then? What do you want him to do?
You don't see Dame coming out calling.
No, the problem is Dame actually got like a mandate sent around to the league, and James Harden is getting nothing. It's stupid. Stupid.
Tell me how you really feel, Joe.
Stupid. Yes, I feel stupid.
Joe feels stupid. All right. And that deserves an emphasis on the I. Because we all a bunch of idiots.
I've been so mad about the Harden thing since I saw it.
So, but did you see the Joel Embiid thing?
That he's changed his location away from Philadelphia on Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, and he also, because since the process started, he had like processing in the Twitter bio. He removed that. And it's just like it's all amid like this whole like James Harden thing. So I mean, is it no longer trusting the process? Is the process dead officially?
Bro, the process died like 5 years ago. If it didn't die, I don't know what the process is. Maybe it's the same process the Cardinals have been doing for however long the Cardinals have been existing in the NFL.
I'm just who was the point guard that during the process, Markelle Fultz. I think that's who it was. They drafted him, and who they could have had someone over instead of him. Was that the
Jason Tatum.
Tatum? Yep, yep,
Tatum was
yeah.
pick 3.
And they
Markel
took.
Fultz was
Was
pick.
it Fultz or was it the other one?
It was well. So Fultz, Lonzo, Tatum were all the same draft.
Okay, then it had to have been Fultz then.
I thought you were originally going to go Michael Carter Williams.
Well, I forgot about him, but I was going for the specific one that they were drafted to be a part of the process. But and then they could have had who could they have had instead of Michael Carter Williams?
I don't know, but Michael Carter Williams was like, I think he was like runner up in rookie of the year. They traded him away because they wanted more draft picks.
The process.
Yeah. There's no process. The Sixers just suck as an organization right now.
And they're both on the Magic right now.
Yeah. It's so dumb. So dumb.
Joe's happy. Joe's happy. All right. So yeah, this has turned out to be like a 10-minute Harden roast, which you feel better, Joe.
I don't know yet. I'd feel better if somebody was arguing against me because then I'd start saying some mean things.
Well, I'm sorry, Joe. We can definitely find some arguments during the regular season, but I'm on your side right now. You wanna argue with me? We can do the GOAT debate, but not today.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things we don't agree on, but this one in particular, even the Harden was overrated and not as good as people think. Yeah, it was cool. He was scoring 40, 50 points a game for like a month, it seemed like, but like
The
when you
fact
shoot
that people
25 free throws a game, though, too, it's crazy.
The fact that people want to put him above Wade when he's not above AI is freaking wild. First, he has to touch AI before he can even reach for Wade.
He's not going to touch Wade. I like unless he somehow is the catalyst of like 4 rings somewhere else. Where and what is he now? 30? How old is he? 33, 34?
I don't know.
Like Durant's age ish, right? That's about because they came in roughly the same time, right? But it doesn't matter. Like he needs something on his resume that doesn't involve him disappearing in the playoffs.
No, he needs something on his resume other than scoring.
Yeah, that too. Like his games in the playoffs, he scored a bunch of points. In the other games, he was just non-existent. So if he can't score, he packs it in. I feel like, but
sounds like Herbert in the NFL. All the yards, most passing yards through 3 seasons to start a career. Cool.
I mean, that's
happens when you add a 17th game.
And it also is going to happen when it's literally becoming there's going to be no running backs anymore.
Yeah, it happens. Added a 17th game. Cool. Big shocker there.
I don't know if we talked about this, but let's do one more NFL thing real quick. If you could pick one running back this following year right now to get 2,000 yards rushing, who do you think would do it? I think we did talk about this last week. I don't remember.
Like for entertainment purposes, or who do I think would do it?
Realistically, you think could
Chubb.
do it, and entertainment purposes.
Chubb. Entertainment purposes? Give me the rookie. Yeah. Give me Bijan Robinson.
All right.
My God, that'd be fun.
I think that's exactly because Chubb is the guy who I think who would actually do it. But the Bijan would 100% be fun, and he was my first pick in my fantasy draft last night. So I would be ecstatic, and
I mean, so his head coach is Arthur Smith. They had Derrick Henry, horns down. It'd be fun. It'd be nice to have a reason to watch the NFC South. But
we gotta get our division picks in.
Do you want to do that instead of the thing that we talked about before?
Nah, we can do it next week. We can do our fantasy draft this week. Get our players figured out. And I'm in the fantasy draft mood. I slept through one fantasy draft, which was the Dynasty League.
Oh God, you slept through a dynasty. Damn,
It was
that's
at 10,
rough.
it was at 10 o'clock at night, man. I got Mahomes.
That's rough.
I mean, I at least had players in my queue. Like I looked at it, but like I don't stay up. This is the only night I stay up late. This is it right here. This night. Other than that, I'm already in bed.
Yeah.
But
I think I was in bed the last 2 nights before this time.
yeah.
And for me, it's only 8 something.
Yeah. We're getting old, Joe.
Yeah.
Back hurts. No, I'm just kidding.
Mine actually really does, though.
Yeah. Need me to come back and crack it for you?
Probably the things I'm welding at work are killing me.
Spread your legs, wider base, if you can. That'll take the pressure off your back. I just assumed you were kind of like bending over awkwardly because you got such a long torso.
No, not really. They're freaking heavy. Like I can only put 3 on a pallet type heavy.
Oh well.
Otherwise, the forklift will tip.
You just reminded me.
Like I need to use a crane in order to move them around, and then it's still a struggle.
You just reminded me I'm no longer forklift certified. So
oh, that sucks.
It expired last year, actually.
Oh, rough.
I'm gonna go back foremost just to retake the test.
Rough.
Let's do our fantasy draft. It's just me and you. We're doing manual labor too. And we're doing it.
People are going to get forgotten because we are not looking at anything.
Yep. So I'm going. Ooh, should I roll the die?
Absolutely. Well, no, that's not. That's a countdown.
Yeah, this isn't random.
Ooh.
I will. Don't worry. I will show the roll, so I'm not rigging it.
You're good. And we're doing snake draft.
Yep, snake draft. What positions are we doing?
1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, a flex, a kicker, and a defense. No bench. So on players' bye weeks, we're just screwed out of those points.
And we don't know the bye weeks.
Correct. We have no idea on the bye weeks.
Well, I have an idea of when the Cowboy players' bye weeks are.
I have not a clue.
Well, I did draft 3 Cowboys last night. I don't know where my random is.
I haven't done an actual draft. I did a rookie draft in my dynasty league. Otherwise, I haven't done a draft yet.
I might have left my my random in might have left my random in North Carolina. This will work. All right, how you want to do this, Joe? Odds or evens? You call it?
Give me odds because odds has 3s.
Fair. All right, hold on. Let me. This is terrible, but I want to make sure.
All is fair. All is fair. All is fair.
All right, let me here. Here. All right, here we go. We're rolling the yellow kind of crystal die. Hey, look, there's you.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Odd Joe gets first pick. Even I get first pick. What is that on? It is on a 7.
Sweet. I have first pick.
Yes, you do.
I'm taking Travis Kelce.
Oh. Oh. Are you writing that down?
Yeah.
I like it.
Biggest discrepancy between 1 and 2 is Travis Kelce. He had 100 more points than the next closest tight end last year.
I feel like you just tied my hands. I have to take Mahomes. I can't give you the double up. I got to take Mahomes first pick. I have to. I can't. I cannot give you that double up.
All
Good
right.
pick.
All
Good
right.
pick.
All right. Who's your second pick? Who's your second one?
Justin Jefferson.
That's what I was figuring. That is who I wanted. I wanted him and Kelsey if I got the opportunity. I'm gonna take Austin Eckler.
Okay. And your next pick?
And CMC.
Okay. Are you writing down like the rounds you took them in?
No.
Okay. So I get back to back. Go ahead. I'm going Devontae.
Oof.
Could be risky with Jimmy G, but we'll see. And I'll just give me Bijan.
Okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna do it. Give me Saquon Barkley at flex.
Okay.
And
Your fifth pick.
Jamar Chase for my fifth pick.
Okay. Okay, so I'm taking. Who do I want? I mean, he's still there. He's going to go for 2,000. Give me Chubster.
Nick Chubb.
Uh,
You got the two people I would say as the 2,000 yards rushers.
I mean, it's one-on-one, Joe. The team's going to be stacked.
I know. But I took all the like key PPR guys.
Yeah. I just didn't want you to have any type of doubling up.
Stack with Mahomes.
No, yeah, I had to take Mahomes with one of those first two picks. I'm just debating on what I want next.
Well, my thing would be don't go tight end because you don't have to.
I know I don't. That's why I'm not going tight end.
That's why I haven't gone quarterback.
That's fair. That's fair. But would I gotta know? Would you have taken Mahomes if he was there back around?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I was gonna go for that stack.
I'm trying to think of like because I want to take Cooper Cup, but that's a big gamble because he's banged up right now and he's coming off of an injury from last year.
Is this your
This would be the start of the 6th round.
okay?
So we both have 5 players right now.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me CeeDee Lamb.
CD. It's tough.
CeeDee's nuts.
All right. I'm gonna go with Tyreek.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs.
I don't know why I didn't take Tyreek. Probably because I'm biased with Lamb.
Still got one stack because I got Diggs.
Oh, because you're gonna go Allen.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how Hill slipped my mind, but it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
Yep.
I was like focused in on Cooper Cup in my brain.
Oh, absolutely.
Who do I want? You know what? I can safely take this, so I'm going to. Give me Justin Tucker.
You bitch.
I just took a kicker in the 7th round.
You took the only kicker I know by name.
Oh,
That's not on
God.
the Broncos, and the Broncos missed like 3 field goals.
You got Brett Maher, my guy.
I don't know any kickers' names.
You're just going to be like the team with that kicker. Okay, so I got. I'm trying to. Because there's no pressure.
I'm
There's
trying
no
to think of
pressure.
a kicker to save my life right now.
I'm trying to think of who I think is going to be the best fantasy defense right now.
Oh, you're trying to edge me out, so I can't tick either of the ones I want. I respect it. I respect the hustle.
I mean, I got to, man. I don't have to pick a flex, and I don't have to pick a tight end. You already did.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Your next pick is quarterback or one of these two.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm
trying to think of a kicker still. Oh,
who do I think is going to be the best defense in fantasy? Who's going to get the most turnovers, the most sacks? The kick return touchdowns count for defense, don't they?
mm-hmm. It's defense or special teams.
Oh yeah, dude, I had Devin Hester prime years for fantasy.
Oh yeah, and that Bears defense was wild.
They were getting like 3 sacks, 4 turnovers, and a defensive touchdown plus Devin Hester touchdown a game.
Had Briggs, Urlacher,
Peanut Tillman.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
Wasn't Peppers on one of those at one point?
Oh yeah, had
like
to be.
Older Peppers.
Had to be.
I might have a rough week 7, but I firmly believe. Oh no, I don't. I don't firmly believe it. I believe it's gonna be one of the best 2. Give me the. Which defense do I want? All right. Even I'm going the one I want, and odd I'm going the opposite. Odd. Okay. Give me the 49ers. Had to take that down to chance. Oh.
Took my defense and my kicker. I can't think of another kicker.
And your quarterback. Should I just pencil in Allen?
I mean, I could just. I don't have to take those yet either, so I could we'll take Josh Allen,
and just do your defense and save your kicker.
Yeah, I'm still saving my kicker until I can think of somebody. Defense, I'm going Cowboys.
What was your second choice? Just out of curiosity.
Cowboys were my second choice. My first choice was the 49ers.
Cowboys were my first choice, and then I got the 49ers.
You guys, with Micah going to strictly edge, him and Lawrence, I think sacks will be pretty steady, and getting Diggs to have another solidified corner next to him, I think he'll have more opportunities to get some picks. Now, while you're thinking about this, who are kickers?
Well, I mean, tight end, I think I'm going to go Andrews. I feel like he's more of a receiving threat than Kittle.
Yeah.
More of a fantasy guy. And we could totally make this into a guessing game for me. Name a team. I'll see if I can name the kicker. And my last pick in the flex. I don't know. Do I want to go 3 running backs like you did, or do I want to go a 4th receiver?
I went 3 running backs simply to try and make
trying
you
to
screwed.
you're trying to bait me into something stupid.
No, I just didn't want you to have Saquon Barkley and him end up being the number 1 this year.
Oh, that's fair. So I'm torn. I'll just tell you who I'm torn between, and for obvious reasons. I'm torn between a running back, Tony Pollard, his first season being the guy,
Yeah.
and then AJ Brown, who I know will get a lot of targets.
Fun fact: Devonta Smith actually out targeted him past like week 3, and I would go Tony Pollard.
Sabotage. Pollard was like, because running backs are more dual, obviously. So that's where I'm going. I was going Pollard.
Tony.
After this, should we pull up the list and see like what we missed that was stupid?
Oh, absolutely.
So what
kicker? Butker, is he the Chiefs kicker?
Harrison Butker? I think so. I think he's still the kicker for them.
Because
did you just name a kicker, Joe?
Well,
you did, and he is the Kansas City Chiefs kicker still.
I was thinking about it. I was like, who do I think is going to score a bunch? And I was like, well, the Chiefs.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
So, fun fact: the only kicker I can actually like have off the top of my head, right? They have a rookie playing, and he hit a game winner. So I don't know that he's actually going to stay there. And Will Lutz.
Oh.
The Saints kicker. Yeah, because they had that one guy who was like stopped by security multiple times.
Yeah. That story's funny. We didn't even talk about that. How you could kick the game winner and then security thinks you're a fan.
Yeah.
Imagine if he got cut the next day. I know he made the game winner, but imagine if he got cut the next day.
So, are we doing anything if an injury happens?
Well, we're not.
We're not doing anything on bye weeks, but what about injuries?
Season-ending injuries or missed game injuries?
Season-ending injuries. Like if somebody has torn ACL.
Severe injuries. Okay. When it happens, no, we should. Okay, we can have a bench, but it cannot be used unless there's a season-ending injury.
Or, hear me out. You get the backup.
You get their replacement?
Yes. So
okay.
You get their backup.
So if AJ or if Pollard goes out, I would get Malik Davis or Rico Dowdle.
Yes.
Who, depending on whoever ends up being RB2.
Yes.
And if Jefferson goes out, then I would get
Addison.
Is it Addison? He's number 2?
So. I think so.
Or would it be Addison's probably number 2. Okay, yeah, that's fine. What about their tight ends?
Their backup.
Who's Kelsey's backup?
I have no idea.
The 5th string receiver.
I have no idea who the backup tight end is, but
all right. And you're taking Butker for your kicker?
Yeah, because that to say I trust Maher and his last 3 games played is awful.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Honestly, don't know what happened to him. He actually had a very good season last year up until that game.
He's got a case of the yips.
That's lasted for an off season now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Mike Vanderjagt. Mike Vanderjagt was really, really, really good, and all of a sudden he started missing, and then that was it. And then he was in Canada.
Yeah.
But
God, we got some super teams. This is insane.
So
fun.
I vote. Do you get Xbox X yet?
No.
So if you get it, you get the Madden 2.4. this should be our first picks, or we should trade to make these teams.
I'm down.
Down. You would just destroy. We would so we would have to draft. You'd have to draft every Cowboys player on defense,
I would have to have the Cowboys defense.
and I'd have the 49ers defense, which it makes me sad because you know how I love picking Micah.
Yeah, I love Micah.
I love Micah too. It would. How would we determine offensive line though?
Would you just go who you have the defense as?
I was thinking quarterback.
Could be.
Like just do so I would be the Chiefs in this instance, and you would be the Bills.
Could be.
But I mean, we would be the Cowboys and the Broncos, or we could just be the Chiefs and Bills, and just only one of us wins the Super Bowl every year, which is no different than every other year. So I mean, only one of us make the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
intriguing.
Ooh.
Intriguing.
The problem is, how do we use 3 running backs in Madden?
4th string wide receiver. You put CMC at wide receiver.
Do you not see my wide receivers?
I know, but CMC as you just go out there with when the Cowboys had Tashard Choice, Julius.
I already have 4 wide receivers. One of their names is Travis Kelce.
These games would be like 100. These games are gonna be like 300 and 300 every week. Oh, let me pull up the list of the fantasy people, see if we missed anybody. See if I'm pretty sure we got the top 10 though, right? Okay, Jefferson check, Eckler check, McCaffrey check, Chase check, Kelce check, Hill. We didn't go Cup, but he was mentioned. Garrett Wilson. What are they expecting him to do? Go wild?
I guess with Aaron Rodgers.
Bijan and Saquon. So we got 8 of the top 10. CD was 11. This is just the ESPN fantasy mock draft.
Oh yeah, I listened to their mock draft. I remember when he picked Garrett Wilson, everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah. So I got CeeDee Lamb and Pollard, Chubb. Dang, all 3 of those picks before Diggs. I mean, I'm not mad at that. Anywho, Devontae, I picked him really early according to this.
I just wanted Diggs because I wanted to stack with Allen.
Yeah.
So then every passing touchdown I get from Josh Allen to Diggs is worth 12 points for me.
Yeah. That's why I could not let you have Mahomes and Kelce.
Why?
Why would I do that?
Oh no, it'd be fun.
That's like the best stack in the league.
It'd be fun.
It's the best stack in the league, Joe.
It'd be fun.
Shut up. Well, I'll definitely make a video of this, of the boys' fantasy, and see what everyone thinks our records will be. Which obviously we'll both make the playoffs, so we'll just play every time. What do you think our record would be? Just throwing it out there. 17. What there would be a 14-game season and then the playoffs. Because it's not usually.
It's tough.
Yeah. Did you write that down? Mine too. Yeah. You got it on the computer, and I'm stupid and wrote it on a piece of paper.
Yeah. I think I win more games, but I also think I have the highest chance of injury.
So you're like
if everybody stays healthy, I think I win 9 of them.
9 and 8.
Well, 9 of the 14, so 9 and 5.
9 and 5.
But I think somebody on my list is getting hurt.
Should we do, once the playoff starts, just do a combined score for the last 4 weeks to see how massive of a score it is?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we'll just do the regular season up till week 14, unless it's tied. If we're both at 7-7, we'll do one more week just to break the tie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the weeks will be a Super Bowl.
I'm down.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm going to write this down so I don't forget. So
down.
14 weeks unless tie. And then rest of the week, Super Bowl. All right. Perfect. Perfect. I just hope if it's not a tie that it's like 8-6. Just so it's not a tie. And then we have 3 weeks for the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. I'm ready for the chaos.
Absolutely. I'm going to say I'm going to blow you out in one game, and it's going to be horrendous. That's going to be the biggest blowout between all the games. That's my wild prediction. Here, let's throw those out too. Predictions. Okay, James, biggest blowout. It's great. It's great podcasting. Hi, Antonio.
I think I have the biggest blowout.
Nope. That's why it's a wild prediction, Joe.
I know.
Get with the program.
My wild prediction is I think at the non-kicker, non-defense positions, right? So the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, I think I have the number one player when all is said and done at the end of the year at each position.
Oh, you have the number one quarterback, running back. Okay.
In terms of fantasy, I think I have not necessarily number one, but the better one at each position. I think I have the higher ranked quarterback, the higher ranked running back, the higher ranked wide receiver.
Okay, so you're at least saying just one of your receivers or every receiver, or
just one of my wide receivers is higher than your highest.
Okay. I could see that. I think we both score over 250 points in at least one game.
Absolutely, we're gonna have a fucking hell of a time. It's gonna be so good.
The worst part is that we got to manually do this because it's not actually a fantasy league.
No, absolutely not.
But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's perfect. And there's one of those real quick. I mean, for nothing to talk about, Joe, hour and 30 minutes. So,
yeah, I kind of ranted on the Harden stuff.
You were pretty hard on Harden. I mean, it do be like that. But for everyone listening, we will see you next week. We got some real football right around the corner, preseason. A lot of that happened, but some real football right around the corner.
Drafts in.
And try to beat these teams. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got. You guys know what time it is. We'll see you next week.
Hasta.